Hello all, welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to understand Article 368 of Indian Constitution, in which we will be seeing the various procedures for the amendment of Indian Constitution. Before seeing the various procedures in the amendment of the Constitution, let us first understand what is the meaning of an amendment. Amendment is change in the Constitution. When it comes to Indian Constitution is partly rigid and partly flexible, which means that some part of the Constitution can be easily changed, whereas some part is rigid. We cannot change that particular part of the Constitution. Only Parliament has power to amend the Constitution. There are three methods by which Indian Constitution can be amended. These three methods are simple majority, special majority, and special majority plus ratification by the states. Let us understand the first method of amending the Constitution, that is simple majority. Some procedures in the Constitution are amended by simple majority. Initiation can be taken in any house of the Parliament, that means Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. If more than 50% of the members voted in favor of the bill, then it is passed by the Parliament. Let us understand this in detail. Suppose the bill is introduced in Rajya Sabha. We know that the total strength of Rajya Sabha is 250 members. Suppose on the day of voting, only 200 members were present. So just now we saw that in case of simple majority, 50% of the majority is required. So 50% of 200 is 100. So it should be passed by minimum 100 members of Rajya Sabha. Then it will be considered as passed by Rajya Sabha. This is not end of the story. After passing by one house of the Parliament, that is Rajya Sabha, the bill goes in Lok Sabha. Over there, the same procedure is followed. That means in Lok Sabha as well, it should be passed by minimum 50% of the total strength. Then finally the bill goes to President for his assent, and hence it will be considered as amended. So this is simple majority. I repeat once again, in case of simple majority, 50% of the members present and voting is required, and it should be passed by both the houses of the Parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. As we have seen, initiation can be taken in either house of the Parliament, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. And afterwards, after passing by both the houses of the Parliament, finally it goes to President for his assent. And hence it will be considered as amended. So this is amendment by simple majority. Now students, let us understand the second procedure of amendment of the Constitution, that is amendment by special majority. In this case, few provisions in the Constitution require special majority. Let us understand what do you mean by that. It should be passed by 2/3 members of the Parliament. In case of special majority, it should be passed by 2/3 members of the Parliament. Let us understand in detail. Suppose the bill is introduced in Lok Sabha. We know that the maximum strength of Lok Sabha is 552. But on the day of voting, only 450 members were present. We know that special majority is 2/3 majority. So in this case, it should be passed by minimum 300 members of the Parliament, 2/3 of 450. Then only we will consider it as passed by Lok Sabha. And the second condition is that this number should be more than 50% of the total strength of the House. That means in case of Lok Sabha, it should be 276. After this, it will be considered as passed by one house of the Parliament, that is Lok Sabha. Then as usual, the bill will go to Rajya Sabha. Over there, the same procedure will be followed. It should be passed by 2/3 members of the Parliament, that is Rajya Sabha. Right? This is called as special majority. If it is passed by both the houses of the parliament, then finally the bill goes to President for his assent. After his assent, the bill will be considered as amended. So this is called as special majority. Let us understand the third provision through which the Indian Constitution is amended, that is ratification by the states. Let us understand in detail. Few provisions in the Constitution are amended by special majority, that is two-third majority, plus consent from more than half of the constituent states. So we need both in this case. That is special majority. It should be passed by both the houses of the parliament by special majority. लोक सभा राज्य सभा दोनों भी हाउसेस में ये स्पेशल मेजोरिटी से पास होना चाहिए ये पर्टिकुलर बिल, and in addition to that it should be passed by more than 14 states of our country. So we know that in our country in total we are having 28 states. So out of 28 states, it should be passed by more than 14 states. Then only it will be considered as amended. So these are the three different ways by which Indian Constitution can be amended. Simple majority, special majority, and ratification by the states. I hope everything is very clear. If you have liked this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.